Get in on that hammy.
Got some tight hammies. Hey, I'm Dr. Cooper.
And I'm Dr. Johnson.
And this is
Chiro
Mukbang.
Mukbang.
Let's eat. This is Hat Yai. It is Southern Thai food. We got fried chicken. And the cool part about this is it's gluten-free fried chicken.
Whoop,
GF free.
whoop,
We have roti.
whoop.
Roti is like Thai naan or pita bread.
Like some flatbread stuff.
We got some sticky rice and the curry.
Whoop.
The curry at Hat Yai is so delicious. A little bit of sauce to dip.
And he forgot the most important part.
Oh.
Doctors eat their vegetables. Whoop.
And then also some coconut water and Thai iced tea. And Dr. Johnson's never had a Thai iced tea, so you'll see his reaction to
Give it a
taste one
shot
the
today.
first time.
Whoop.
All right. So dig in, take a bite, and then give it a grade.
Give it a grade. Well, I'm going to start with like a little drumstick.
I'm going to go full chicken breast first.
Are you doing a dunk or just?
Well, I'm gonna tear some off and then I'll dunk. Oh my
I'm
gosh!
going to do the saucy stuff. Getting saucy.
Oh yep! Oh yep! Oh mama! That was legit.
You're getting saucy too.
Oh my gosh! Look how much sauce!
Yeah. Was that good? Yes.
It's sweet. It has the curry flavor. The chicken is super moist, legit. Super, super, super moist. I think that's my favorite part about it. When I get my atlas adjusted, you sit up and you kind of get this chills down your spine. You're like, oh, 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 sweet. That's this. That's this. The chills down the spine sweet.
See, with this sauce over here, the dipping sauce, it has that little bit of sweetness.
Uh-huh.
It's also got like kind of a zesty flavor to it. And then, kind of like when your ankle's out of whack, you're like, oh, I know it needs pulled on, and it's going to be such a relief, and you know it's going to be good. I knew this was going to be good. It's like that ankle pop that's just like this relieving and awesome and great.
There it is. So
is.
satisfying.
Oh, there it is. You need to
We
try
have to
that.
cheers. You got to try your first Thai iced tea.
Whoop.
Sometimes it's nice to mix it up because sometimes at the bottom there'll be some stuff. But here we go. Cheers. Ooh, they do a good one. If you don't like that Thai iced tea, you're never going to like a Thai
Well,
iced tea.
I don't typically like tea. There's like a creaminess before the earthiness.
That's the Thai part. They put the creamy, I think it's like a condensed milk or something, and it seeps down.
So it mellows the earthiness.
All right.
Well, thanks for sharing that experience.
We'll bring up the topic. So today's topic is going to be chiropractic pro tips.
Tips and favorite tricks.
I recently posted a couple videos on TikTok, and one of them was a Brugger's exercise. And people were just in the comments like, I need something for my knee. I need something for my back. I need something
Give
for
us
this.
more.
Tips and tricks.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite ones, and it's the one I put it on TikTok, was the Brugger's exercise.
Amen to that.
That is like most people need it. I haven't met very many people who don't need it. It's because we do this. See, here's a bad example of what not to do. Leaning over.
Here I'm in the curled up spot.
This is an exercise to undo that. Shoulders back and down, neck like this.
Tuck that neck back and then pull those shoulder blades together.
That is one that everybody needs to do. There's nobody who doesn't need to do that. It's a big chicken wing. Now, where does chickens live? Let's get that bone plate out here. Bone plate.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you on the Brugers, though. I do teach that to a lot of people. We're like, why does my back hurt? Why does my shoulder hurt? Well, it's because we're cramming it all day. So that's a pro tip. Do some Brugers stretches. They're great.
Probably like the best pro tip, I think, out there. Part because it's so immediate.
Ooh, that one's got a little kick to it. Just a little bit.
Is it too much?
White boy here can't handle the spice. You posted another video on TikTok recently that is another one of my favorites, which is hip hinge.
Yep.
Brugger's Relief. Great for upper back stuff. Helps with neck stuff even, depending on what you have going on. Low back stuff. Hey, let's sit up tall, get some good posture, and then practice bending from low in our hips. His little TikTok video. Did you put it on YouTube?
You did a good hip hinge video.
But that's an awesome one too. If you're struggling with back stuff, hip stuff, kind of just uncomfortable where you're sitting, get your posture up, be tall, bend low at the hips.
Yeah, man.
And that's a really good one.
This chicken is legit. Loving it.
Very yummy, like an ankle pop.
Atlas adjustment. Whenever you're eating chicken and stuff, do you ever like, what muscle is that? That's legit Terry's Meyer. People always talk about how they have tight hamstrings.
Oh, you won't believe how tight my hamstrings
And
are.
there's a argument in the physical medicine world. Are tight hamstrings really that bad? Go.
You wouldn't believe how tight these hamstrings are, so.
But do you think it's bad to have them? Because some people say, like runners especially, the argument is that it's normal and good to have tight hamstrings because it promotes that forward propulsion for fast running.
I think there's a fine line between you have appropriately tight hamstrings and your hamstrings are jacked, they're too tight.
What is this? What part of the chicken is this?
The good part. See that chunk of meat right there? That's the good part.
Good. Oh, yes. Bagok.
There's a guy who comes in once a week. Big dude. I would say his tension on his hamstrings are a hindrance to his, even some of his strength and his progression, probably adding to a little bit of his low back pain. At that point, yeah, tight hamstrings are a problem.
Some people think that it's the end-all be-all, and sometimes it is because it does attach to your pelvis. But the one that no one ever talks about is tight hip flexors. Now that's something that most...
That is a good tip and trick. I wasn't sure where you were going when we were talking about hamstrings.
I wasn't sure either. I'm just letting the chicken guide me.
Hip flexors, I think, are way overlooked.
I think that hip flexors are... Well, hamstrings are common tightness also, but I think hip flexors are a common, like, leads to other problems.
Kind of like this position. We're sitting down, we're using our phones, we're reading our books. It's getting tight in the front and overstretching the back. That hip flexor's right there with the rest of it here. We do this, we feel so good. That hip flexor needs to open up too.
Yeah, man.
Hip pain in the hip, back pain in the back from it. You can get kind of like these funny belly pains from it. Doctor, I don't know what's going on.
I think I'm getting funny belly pains right now.
Those are good belly pains. Darn, you're winning.
I'm eating fast. I'm so stinking hungry. Just trying not to choke.
What's your best tip or trick for hip flexors? Dr. Cooper, what's a good tip or trick?
I think first you got to stop the problem. So if you have tight hip flexors because you're sitting all day, you got to take breaks. Like that's step number one. Step number two is to like stretch it out. And my favorite stretch, I can't demonstrate it right here because there's a table in the way, but it's this lunge stretch. You get down on one knee, drive the hips towards the feet, arch the back. Feels excellent in the hip flexors.
Tuck your bum under just a little bit. Roll those hips.
Yeah.
Pinpoint it.
And you should be able to feel it. Like if you're doing it right, you know exactly, you're feeling it right in that hip flexor. I don't think we have a video of us doing that on YouTube.
I don't even know if we have a handout.
We should.
We got homework now.
I don't know. Now we have to do stuff.
We got homework to do.
We'll make Robin do it. Robin's behind the camera.
Dang it.
She's got to take care of important things.
Hey doc, should I use ice or heat?
In a room of 100 people, 25% don't care. 25% are like hot. 25% are cold. Where would you put the other 25? I'm in the both camp.
Or maybe like actually reasonable and give the patient what that patient needs instead of just lumping into one giant box.
Everybody needs.
Turns out everyone doesn't live in a box. I usually tell people if you have a tight muscle, heat's better. If it feels like hot and painful, cold's better. If you can't tell, just try one, and if it works, you're good. Rarely, I think, a hot or a cold pack will make it worse. Chicken's legit really, really good.
It is.
I'm loving this.
Delicious.
This chicken's overpowering me. Whoa.
You're hung up on.
Woo!
Is it getting you?
That was way too much.
Woo!
That was a zingy.
Feel my toes tingling.
Yeah, man. I have numbness, tingling, and weakness now.
As far as hot and cold though, I wouldn't get too hung up on it. If you use one and it helps you feel better, and the other one doesn't, bingo, you found the answer.
There's only one person driving your body, so you're the only person who could really tell.
Is this a good recovery method?
Instrument assisted.
I have one that I really like. Treating athletes who roll their ankles. Ankle ABCs. Ankle's all swollen, it's black and blue. Use your big toe. A. B. It's getting ankle range of motion, opening things up, kind of flushing things through.
Capital or lowercase? What font? Comic Sans? Wingdings.
Wingdings would work. As long as you get through the full ABCs.
All right, wingdings it is.
Do it in Japanese if you can. That'd be great. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
That actually would be cool.
But
actually probably would be really good because it's like going to all these different corners.
These wispy angles. Yeah. But ABCs, you might notice a pattern if you're getting treated by somebody. You notice like, hey, every time I do the bubble on a B or a D, it hurts. I'm doing the back side of the C, it hurts. It's going to give you hints onto what structures need more help healing. So it can guide your therapist. It gets some good motion. It kind of warms it up, helps it flush through.
Go back to basics. Learn my ABCs. The funnest part about rehab or any sort of like fixing a physical body is you always go back to basics. Or you're bending wrong, let's teach you how to bend right. Or you're stepping wrong, let's teach you how to step right. Or you're reaching wrong, let's teach you how to reach right. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the easy stuff is the right thing. Sloppy.
I have one I like for my neck. I've had people use, and that's thumb down. If you got a sore neck in these upper neck, kind of behind your ear, at the hairline, thumb down, push through.
Like self-massage?
Yeah, like we're watching a movie at an IMAX and your head's cranked up all the way because you got the front row seat because you were late.
You just described my Saturday night.
There it is. Saturday night, Sunday morning. You need the push. Reach up, top of your hairline, push in. I'm not going to do it now or I'll get some extra goodness in my hair, but push in. You make it short on the side you're working and you make it long as you pass through.
I thought of a tip.
What do you like?
So when you were talking about looking up, it reminded me a couple weeks ago, middle of the night, all my fire alarms went off.
My house is burning down!
I know, I freaked out. I was running through the house, like looking at every room, like there has to be a fire somewhere. Surprised there was no fire. I went on Google and I was like, why won't my fire alarms turn off? It's like, wow, it's probably because you have too much humidity or dust. Is dusty or something? I don't know.
So how did you fix the alarms?
I turned on the air, like I turned on the heater or the AC or whatever, and they stopped. And then I just changed every battery. It was nuts. But anyways, I was like this for like 30 minutes.
I was staring at everyone run under it.
Yeah, my Atlas went out so hard. Like I immediately had a headache. It was brutal. I got it adjusted right away, and the headache went away. So here's my tip. Long story for one little tiny tip. It's better to come to the chiropractor when it's fresh than waiting. If I would have let that wait for, let's say, several weeks or a month, it probably would have cramped down my muscles and got so bad that it would have taken many visits to fix. Where I got adjusted right away, one visit. Well, within like 20 minutes, I was
You're like, okay,
99% better. Like, it's much better.
I'm going to have to MacGyver this thing because I got greasy fingers. There we go.
That's kind of what it feels like.
What? How'd you get that open?
I use my fork.
I haven't used my fork yet. I guess we got a fork for some reason. C2O. In chemistry,
Let your nerd shine.
this will kill you. 2 carbons and 1 oxygen. It's a solid. Some sort of like pollutant.
Tastes delicious. Like coconut water.
If you're watching this C2O, change your name! Us science nerds can't handle it.
You still drink it anyway, so.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I've seen these floating around the office before.
I love coconut water. I'm one of those coconut guys that's like, I eat so many coconuts, I pay the price.
Like you go somewhere tropical and it's like, yeah, go ahead, just bring another.
Yeah, coconuts are a natural laxative.
I think everybody knew what you meant
Let's
when you
just-
said paid the price. You don't have to dig deeper in that hole.
Let's put down the shovel.
Yeah,
I don't need to dig deeper.
you pay the price. We get it.
It's worth it every time. Oh, mama. Let's hope this one doesn't get popular.
You do like the fresh coconuts when you're somewhere tropical?
Yeah, usually I'll pay a guy, chops the coconut open, stick a straw in it, drink all the water out, and then I take it to a rock and I break it on the rock and just peel the meat off and eat it.
Oh, it's delicious. So I lived in Mexico for a little while. I was helping this guy like pick corn, and so we're picking corn for a few hours. He's like, "I'm getting thirsty. I'm gonna get a drink." Up the tree, like you see in the movies. He's like, "Here, catch!" Throwing these things down. We get these big fat coconuts, and just like you said, pops it open with a machete, pokes his finger in it, and just. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was pooped because I was tired, just exhausted, and just. There you go. No pun intended.
I know. When you said that, I was pooped. I was like, yeah?
Yeah, I said it, and I thought right away. There it goes.
There it goes. Oh. Smooth.
Any last tips or tricks you're thinking of?
I think those are good.
I think one, your comment about not letting it linger. It's like sometimes you're doing it and it rolling the ankles or doing ABCs or you do Brugger's for like 3 days straight. It's like, man, this spot's just nagging. It's like you need a little more help. Go get it. Go see your PT. Go see your chiro. Go see your massage therapist. See if you can get it fixed. Some of these things just need a little extra help, and
I don't think my napkin's working anymore.
no, you've toasted that thing. All right. Well,
I hope you got.
Salute.
I hope you got some benefit from something here.
Try them out.
Try it out.
I don't know.
Do your ABCs with your ankle.
That
Do
nerd
your
in the living
Brugger's.
room getting Brugger's, making double chins. Sit tall. Try to bend at your hips versus your back. It can be challenging at first.
If you have a TikTok, look us up. I post videos several a week on tips and tricks, fun stuff we do.
Is it the same like Instagram for your TikTok?
Yeah. TikTok is cascade.chiro. Instagram is cascade.chiro.
Yeah. There's some good stuff on there that's fun. A lot of the things we talk about, we make videos about because We talk about it all the time.
Yeah. It's what
It
we
works.
do. It's what we do. It's what we like.
So, awesome.
Alrighty. See you next
Thank
time.
you much.